Hi, here we are in Sydney with Jason Hameister from Australian Skeptics. Now, he's got a special skill, and he's going to show us how to bend, well, not bend so much, but tear the yellow pages. Jason, over to you.
Here we go, William, just for you, buddy. Here we go, the full 1400-page phone book. Technique involves bending it in. Get your thumbs in nice and tight. And rolling it down. Look at that.
Wow.
Nice and easy.
And that's how to tear a phone book. That is amazing. Can anybody do this, Jason?
Anybody can do that. With a little bit of learning, learn a bit of technique.
No psychic
Anybody
ability?
No
outside
energy.
forces, you don't have to get into your zone?
Oh, your chakra might need to be balanced and cleansed.
You've got to have good karma too?
Oh, exactly, yes.
So anybody can, even could I do it?
You can do it.
Show me how I can do it.
And you're gonna do it.
I am gonna do it. I am gonna do it.
Here you go, your phone book.
Wait.
Yep, so grab it this way. I find having your leg up like this helps too. I find
so like that.
Oh no, so get it like this first.
So yeah.
Now get your bend.
Like that. Yeah. Like that.
Yep, so get your thumbs in.
Get your thumbs in like that.
Now you want these fingers, see how you're right up here?
Yeah.
You want to have these fingers back here
Right
as
there.
far as you can. And then you want to pinch just between that and that.
Yeah.
And then, next trick's just getting your hands around like that.
Yeah.
And then it's just levering over my fingers. See how I'm rolling over this
Cool.
thing? I've got this whole nugget. Got this whole nugget and I'm rolling it over my fingers.
He's good. I'm having absolutely no luck with this.
So you're sort of using your fingers to create extra leverage.
Look at that. It's just amazing. Wow. See, the yellow pages do have a use after all. I am absolutely... I get the technique. I just... Look, I did make a little bend there. So what am I doing?
So yeah, go back to getting the... Let's do a rotation. So you want to get your
like this. On my leg.
Really tight, yep.
Got to get your thumbs in.
Thumbs in.
Yeah.
Fingers back here a bit.
Where? Here?
So these bits here, try and get them back.
Like that?
Because what you're trying to do is create this certain leg.
I see.
So you're trying to push as much, even if you have to push stuff down.
I'm actually useless. I really am.
So you want to try and get a big nugget like this.
I couldn't do my legs.
See how your book's tightly wrapped around here?
Yeah.
That's where Velcro comes in handy.
So,
That's true. So tell me quickly, how did you get into spoon bending, or bending of anything, or tearing of anything?
I started debating spoon bending with an energy healer, in which she claimed that human strength alone could not bend a spoon, like just with two hands. It was not possible, so her energy therefore allowed her the ability to bend the spoons. So I developed a one-handed spoon bend, which involved me spiralling a spoon 360 degrees with just one hand, with no other assistance, to prove that human strength could do it. From there I developed into screwdriver sets, bought a screwdriver set, learnt some strongman bending techniques, and started to bend a screwdriver set. From there I also learnt the rolling a fry pan, so I learnt how to take a big 30cm fry pan and roll that up almost like a cigarette. I don't quite do it as good as the strongmen, they do it phenomenally tight, but I can roll the fry pan up at least. And from there then eventually I discovered the phone book tearing, and of course it looked quite fascinating seeing these guys just grab full-size phone books and tear them apart. So I looked into the technique involved and found that there was a little technique, and it wasn't necessarily as superhuman as what everyone thinks.
So anybody, of course, in theory, as you just showed us with the telephone directories, could do it.
Yeah, fully.
What's the toughest thing you've bent or torn?
The toughest bit is the aluminium from an aircraft, actually.
Wow. Did you do any damage?
Yes, I scarred my hand. You probably can't see it too much, but there was a scar in here.
Ooh, so you bled, basically?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Ouch.
I tore part of the flesh off my hand.
Ouch.
Ian Bryce, one of the well-known skeptics, brought along a bunch of steel one night to a meeting, different lengths of different sorts of steels. Being a NASA scientist, he was right into all these different metals and the different alloys, so he brought along a whole bunch of different strengths. And one of them was a piece probably only about this big that was, paper thin and light as hell. And he just was handing me these bits of metal, and I was bending them and making a good effort at it, and then he handed me this little piece, and picked it up, felt it was pretty light, thought, oh, this is not too bad, okay, no worries, and sort of I grabbed it, and the position I tend to use, because you're using your whole body, is you're holding it in the hand here and in your hand there, and using your whole body to lever it. And so in that action, I've put all my body effort into trying to bend this piece of little, what I thought was aluminium, and it turned out to be aircraft aluminium.
Wow.
It was super strong, and I started to bow it, but in doing that I slipped and of course cut my hands open.
So what do you think we can learn from tearing and bending?
Well, that you don't need to make magical remedies for, or magical excuses for such physical abilities. You know, humans are physically capable of doing superhuman things that don't need magical explanations.
One last question. Any ambition to be able to bend or tear anything you've not done so far?
I'd love to finish off a horseshoe. I do have a bag of horseshoes that I've been working on for a long time, trying to bend them. I've got the technique, but it is super hard.
Best of luck to you, Jason. Jason
I hope
Hameister.
one day do it. Thank you.
Best of luck. Thank you.
You've got to get this big bulge.
Okay.
The bigger the bulge, the better.
That's what I've always said. Always works for me.
So you can see how you've still got it fairly tight.
Yeah. So I've got it. Have I bent it right?
You're sharp enough in here,
Yeah.
but you've got to get more material here, more paper. So what that involves is pulling these fingers back. So you want to pull the hands back this way,
like that.
And then sort of as you don't try and tear.
Yeah.
What your technique's got to be doing is you're rolling over these fingers. So you go
like that.
this. So look, no, not quite. Don't try and pull apart.
Okay.
So when I'm holding it here, what I'm doing is, you see how I'm just going to go. You're rolling it around that as like an axis.
Oh, I get you.
So if you got the pinch in, get the flesh down.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't have to pull apart.
Okay.
You don't have to
so
tear
I'm
at
just
all.
pushing.
So you push more of this. You get more down here.
Okay. Like that.
So yeah, but put your finger back further. And that's it. So that you push more material. That's it. So now get your thumb. You've got to get both thumbs in tight. And now you want to roll over those fingers. So don't try and keep it up a bit further actually.
Oh yeah?
Try and, so you want to get that pinch back again.
Okay, like that?
You've got to get that sharpness. No,
I'm not going to be able to do this, am I?
You'll get it once you get the technique. It's really important.
I'm doing better than Dick Smith, by the way. Slightly. Not really.
Well, you're trying.
I'm trying.
See how I've still got quite a good point here, but I've got a big nugget here. And see how you've got nothing here. It's all really tight. So when you go to bend, because you don't have as much, you can see.
Do I have to have my thumbs in when I'm bending?
Yes. You want to try and have, because the important part is to maintain pinching here and here. Because essentially part of it too is what you're looking at is when you look, if we pinch tightly between here and there, the paper becomes larger. There's a larger length. So the idea being that then as we're rolling it over the top, we're only tearing those top
It's all
pages.
technique, isn't it?
It is all technique.
I'm absolutely useless. I'm not going to get this, am I?
It takes a bit. Like I'm just pretty fluent at it now, so I do it.
It took me a while to get the spoon bending.
Yeah, it takes a bit. But
yeah,
you can see that like when I'm doing that. See, I've got that air gap.
Yeah.
And I don't have to. I'm not. The only thing I'm doing is pinching. I'm not actually trying to pull apart.
Oh really?
I'm not trying to bend at all, and that's the mistake most people make. Is it looks like I'm trying to pull apart, doesn't it? All I am doing is rolling over my finger. I'm just squashing my finger in that little.
Well, I've made a little bend.
In that little. Yeah, that's it. It's a start.
It is. It's a start. It's something. It's something.
So yeah, you can see that's all it comes down to.
Ah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Well, I will have to bow to your better judgment and your better knowledge, but that was great fun.
You tried at least. Well done.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jason Hameister from Australian Skeptics.